Well, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. We are in part 2, season 2. Today, we are going to learn how to work with MIZ commands and review the mizignore file together. Okay. We have MIZ commands in the JSON package under the script section, which we provide to you. What are these commands? We're going to review the watch, build, clean, and dev commands together. So first off, we're starting with watch. For watch, these commands should be run in the terminal using npm run followed by the command name you want, like dev, clean, watch, or build. So first, it should be npm run. Okay? Let's move forward, execute the commands, and explain what each command does as provided by the MIZ framework. If you check we run the watch command, the compiler starts compiling in watching mode. So what's a compiler? What does it do? Its job is to read our SAS files, convert them to CSS files, and display the output to us. So this is the watch mode. What is it? What does it do? The watch mode puts the compiler in a continuous watching state, and this compiler makes it continuously watch. What does that mean? It means that the moment I make even the smallest change in a SAS file, it instantly detects it and then recompiles all my SAS files from scratch and gives me the output. Okay, let's run watch. When we run watch, build, and clean, whether in the file, SAS files related to MIZ, or the SAS folder, both go into watching or build mode. As you can see, it first says I've gone into watch mode, and here it tells us that SAS is in watching mode. If I make the slightest change here, I expect the compiler to notice it and give me the output. And as you can see, it tells me where the change I made has occurred. You see, it says SAS change. Which SAS file has changed? It has changed here. It's giving us the address. Then it says your theme is not active, which we'll review together in the next parts. Here it says that the compile is done. Where was the compile done? It's telling us the output. One is this output and another is this output. From where? Source and destination, source and destination. It's saying from 2. So here, when we see this message saying compiled, we understand that our compile has happened. So we expect that what we did has been completed. Let's go and see whether it's done or not. Well, when I change the color palette here, which we'll review together later, for now, we're going to apply experiences in a simple and basic way to see the output. That's why I went into the color config, which is quite clear. I changed the color palette and we see that yes, my primary value has become red. If I change red to blue, I expect it to show me the blue value again. Look, the changes aren't applied until it gives us the compiled message. We wait a few moments and see that it gave the compiled message and changed the value. So the watch mode is such that it's continuously watching. The output it gives us is clean, organized, and readable. It's basically made for debugging. And this is the output, the watch output. So the output, whether inside SAS, whether it's in the SAS folder or the MIZ folder, the SAS changes are executed to give us the output. Well, we made changes inside MIZ and expect our changes to be displayed in the mizmain.css file, which it is showing. Now, If we go and change our SAS folder, we'll see that it gives us the output in style.main CSS again. Take a look. I'm coming. In home, I changed this value from 900 to 90. Okay. I see it says compiled. The compilation is done in this section. You see, it gave us the output of 90. We changed 900 to 90 here, and the output is readable and neat. Okay. Hold up. Now I'm changing this 900 value again. You see, it changes the message for me instantly. Pay attention to this matter. Okay, now if we go further, this was the watching mode. Okay, so the watching mode was like this, providing a neat output while constantly watching. It means the terminal, the compiler, is always watching, waiting for a small change to perform the compilation. So what's the difference between watch and build? Let's go ahead and examine this mizignore together. We had another command here, the build command. Well, if you notice, we clear the screen to clean our terminal and we have the build. The difference between this build command and watch is that it delivers the file in a minimized form, and this minimized form is no longer readable. The difference is just in this one thing. Actually, sorry, there are two differences. One is that it's minimized. Well, now, these readable ones, you see they have spaces and enters. Now when I hit build, you see it gets compressed. It removes extra spaces and enters, and our output becomes a single line. Like this, okay? You see, the output has become a single line. The file size becomes very small due to the removal of extra spaces and enters, and the output it gives us is not readable. You understand this matter? Okay, now I come and change my config value here from blue to red, and we want to compile together in build mode to see how it is. I hit build, and the output now, look, is blue. We're waiting for it to finish. It's no longer in watching mode, meaning it applies the changes once. It doesn't wait for you to make changes and then see if it gives output again after the change. Now look, it turned red. Now I come and change it to white. Does it change? No. Why? Because it's build. We need to set it to watch mode. If we want to see changes constantly, it should be in watch mode. Build takes the output for us once. Now, if I change to watch again, you see no changes are applied unless it's in watch mode. Okay, so I return this value to its original state. And look, you still see it's red. Until I hit build again, my new value won't be applied. The compiler doesn't compile. Okay, waiting for the message. We see the compile message and the compilation is done. So that's watch and build. Now we want to see the difference in file size between these two, what output size it gives us in watch mode and what happens in build mode and what size the output is. Well, as you can see here, the main has gone into watch mode, meaning the output it gave us was in watching mode. You see the file size is 265 kilobytes. Okay. If I come and exit watch mode, I exit and go to execute build. I execute build, and well, this is now minimized, and the output it gives me, you see, is 190 kilobytes. You could say it's a little more than half. If you notice again, inside, yes, 190 kilobytes. So this enter is minimized. Okay, this was the difference between watch and build that we examined together. Now we're going to move on to clean. npm run clean. Well, what does this do? What is this clean from your perspective? How does it come? What does it do? When we run npm run bi npm run clean, it comes to our files, meaning the output SAS gives us was a general output. Meaning if I check the values, you see, let me hit watch so we can fully read these files together. A small change, space, enter, anything that the compiler notices and performs the compilation.